Hi, TLC family. This is Nicole Vossler. I am going to be training you on the premium back office. So before we start, do this. Pause this recording and go grab your computer or your tablet and come right back, because it's going to look a little bit different if you're using your cell phone. It's doable, but it's easier for you to be able to see everything that I'm looking at if you have a computer and a tablet. But anything will work. All right, I'll see you in a few. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start screen sharing and we're gonna dive right in. So hold on, here we go. So let's look right here. John Doe, that is who I'm going to be for today. There's my Life Changer number. I will be training you on the premium back office. Let's look at this view profile. Now, what I like to tell my new team members that come on board, let's immediately change this. Let's edit the avatar, put in something that reflects who you are, your beautiful face, a picture of your brand, or anything that symbolizes who you are. Because remember, this information, your phone number, your email address, your name, this is all going to be sent on your retail link. Now, another thing I want to talk to you about just really briefly, that if you have an LLC or Corp, a C Corp, S Corp, you need to submit your EIN number and all corresponding documents to TLC Secure at totallifechanges.com. Very important, so that way you want to get paid. All right, let's scroll down. Placement preference. Right now it's set for outer left because I'm building my outer left. My sponsor is Total Life Changes, corporate account number 2. Now this is a beautiful thing right here. This is the 3 green check marks you want to see in your back office. Smart Ship, 120 active, and binary qualified. You need to see at least 40, 80, 120. This is the most beautiful thing, to see those 3 green check marks. Now, remember, the week that your Smart Ship goes out is taken from your account, your credit card, or from your points. It's going to say, it's going to give you a red X on your active and binary qualified. Now, what that's going to do, that's going to trigger you to make sure that you have everything in place, that your points or your credit card, your product, everything is solid and good to go, that you are binary qualified, meaning you've got a personally sponsored person on your left and on your right. Very, very important. This is the address, and this is my 30-day volume right down here. Okay, so let's go to change settings. Now what we have here, some really good information. This is going to be one of your most important pieces. This is your website that you're going to be sending out to all of your friends, family, business associates. You're going to link this to your Instagram, Facebook, whoever is going to join you in business or going to purchase products. This is what you're going to give them. Now remember, this is the email that Total Life Changes will be sending you. All correspondence will be sent to your email right here, or if you elect, and or your text messages. This can all be changed. The last part after the /, like the John Doe, that can be changed to anything as long as somebody else has not taken that name. Username, password can be changed. Language can be changed. This is your contact information. Right here, this is really important. Transfer to points and credit. Now, what this means is I like to personally tell all my team members that are before they receive their Visa debit card, especially if they're overseas, to transfer the commissions into points, because points, 1 point is equivalent to $1. So they're able to use these points for their Smart Ships, and they're also able to use these points and transfer them to other team members in order to help build, but also bring new life changers on board. Money out. this is your daily pay. So we've enabled that, yes. Would you like to have daily pay to transfer 2 credits and points? Sure, why not? So we're gonna save all those changes. Binary placement, this is a really good one. I personally, and this is just Nicole talking here, speak with your upline and your team how they want you to place. But I tell my new team members, work on your outer left, outer right, or in the very beginning, balance build. Now, once again, this is just Nicole talking here. I like to keep my countries and my teams together. So if I'm building on my left, on Madagascar, let's just say that I want to build a team in Madagascar. I'm going to keep everybody that comes on to my personal team in the same left. On right, if I'm going to build in Mexico, I'm going to keep all of my team members that are from Mexico, because what that's going to do, you're not going to divide that synergy or that energy that they're creating. So they're all going to be in one leg and they're all going to work together. That's the ultimate goal, is to build that peace and harmony. Now, holding tank. Let's make sure that this holding tank is on, because when you start building, which I know you will, there could be days that 1 or 2 people can come on. You want to make sure that when you get home that the holding tank is on, so that way you can properly place them. Now, remember, I like to tell my team 11 p.m. Central is when the holding tank flushes. Give a little room for error, maybe say 10 o'clock. Now, our company will flush that holding tank if you forget to place them properly, and we'll place them to where you have desired your preference to be. So it's very important that you look at this at all times if you have new life changers that are coming on board. This is your website information. This is the email. All this information is what's going to be sent out when you, on the very bottom corner of your retail account. Social media, you can edit that, and you can add any social media handles that you would like. All of it's in there, including WeChat. And that is for normally the Asian community. So let's dive in and let's go to the front of our portal. Now, this is really important. So look how cool this is. Right now, I am 120 active across the board. That's a beautiful thing to be. That means that every single month, I have desired 3 different products, or 3 of the same, or 2 in 1. And I'm either sharing them or I'm consuming them. And I have made a life choice to take my business to another level. Now, once again, look at this. Look at these 3 green check marks. That means that I am binary qualified. Now, when I scroll down, I have, let's see, for this week, I have 3 active on my left and 1 active on my right. So I really got to make sure that my right side, if you only have 1, we've got to bump that up, because you don't want to be solely dependent on this one person to make you active. And that's what would eventually, that's what would happen, is that this one individual is keeping you active. You need to get some more, you need to get some more life changers in there. And we're going to go to this week and we're going to see who that one person is. And that is on the right. Okay, here's my volume. And let's scroll down. And this is my projected, this is my power side, because I have nothing on my right side. But remember, your legs can flip. And if they do, that's a good thing, because that means you're working. Now, I'm active, I'm binary qualified, I have at least 1 active IBO, and now my next rank is going to be apprentice. So currently I have 0 out of 500, so it looks like I need to hustle a little bit more. And these right here will reflect your newest distributors, your life changers. This is our activity, my team activity report. And look, they've been little busy bees, so right on. These are my orders. and this is what's happening in the field. This is where you're also going to get information, as well as in your 5 and 5 app. They go ahead and they send the same information on that app as well. All right, and right over here, this is my time clock. This is my countdown of when business is ending. So one day, 9 hours and 23 minutes and 51 seconds is when my volume will flush and I have to start over new. So this is a good one. Personally sponsored team, you're able to take a kind of a brief snapshot. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. Look at this. Move these grids over. Now you're able to see who is on your left and who is on your right. So placement. Let's see how everything, okay, you see how it sorts it? It's pretty awesome. Now this is one of my favorite ones, my favorite reports. That just tells me my personally sponsored team. I can send this to an Excel spreadsheet if I've got Word. Here we go. Remember, let's scroll this over. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna click status because I wanna sort and find out who is active on my team. And there I am. This is the one life changer that is keeping me binary qualified right here. Now you're able to sort from 40, 80, and 120. So the ultimate goal is let's get this 40, let's get Sandra Doe to an 80 next month, and then have her see the unbelievable opportunity of, hey, let's get your team on a 120 and then let's bump this up. So from 40 to 80 to 120, or if she sees the vision right away, offer her the opportunity. Sometimes people don't realize that they can order more than one product, but let's keep it at 120 personal. And then there we go. Then she is ready to just go full bore. Sandra left, and you're able to also sort by your left and right. But what that does is that tells you who is all really on your left and right. But the main value of this one is going to be the status, because you really want to work with these individuals, and you also really want to work and look and see when is the last time that anybody's ordered. So in theory, let's click on Linda Doe. Let's look at her orders. She really hasn't done much. That's okay. There could have been a life-altering event. We don't want that, but just in case, we never forget and leave our people behind, right? So let's just look and see if they've placed, oh, they did. On 2/6, they did 140. So maybe it's time to reach back out to this individual and ask them and see how they're doing. But it needs to be full of integrity and for true interest, because we just never know. It could have been something as simple, and I do find this, something as simple as a credit card not being updated and they just haven't had time to update it, and you jarred their memory. So you just never know. Reaching out to all of your life changers, your personally sponsored team, it's a wonderful thing to do. Now, new life changers in the last 30 days. It will give you a list up to the last 5 weeks. So this is a really good touch point. It says, reach out to welcome your new team members into the business. This is beautiful, because this is going to be your first course of action when you start taprooting. And by taprooting, what I mean by that is I mean that you need to get to know your team. You need to start with your personally sponsored. You need to dive deep with them and get to know them on a one-on-one basis. You need to develop such a strong relationship with them that they let you in and you get to know their team. So in theory, let's just say if you have 14 team members, the majority of the time, all these team members are going to come from different walks of life. They're going to come from different parts of the world. You've got 14 pots of people, 14 groups, 14 brand new lineages that you can be working with. So take 1 or 2 of those lineages throughout the week and work with them. And I can guarantee you it will do wonders for your business. Now, let's look at personally sponsored retail orders. So these are all of my retail customers. Now remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. So now that I've got the email address, I'm just going to send them a nice little email, and I've got their phone number too. So I might use that as a touch point too and just ask them to see how they're doing, how they like their products. Personally sponsored retail or customer orders. So this is where you will see the volume, and that will go into your week leg. Now remember, for retail orders, we receive 25% of the volume. So for a 40 volume order, that equates to 10 points. This identifies your retail items sold. And this is sorted by your top retail products. So you're able to sort that by the item and by the quantity. So that's pretty cool. This is your G5 qualifying customers. That is really awesome because this is another touch point. This is a brand new report that you can pull because now you're able to reach out to that customer. You now know their information, and you will have their information on the personally sponsored retail customer orders. Now, once again, fortune is in the follow-up. So having a touch point with them and asking them how they are enjoying. Now remember, always start off with a positive note. How are you enjoying your products? Is there anything I can do to help you? Go ahead and send them something from the 5 and 5 app. Now remember, the 5 and 5 app, our back office portal, it all works in tandem. It all works together in complete synergy. It's just one big arrow that goes in circles. It's pretty amazing. Downline orders, pretty self-explanatory. These are all the orders from all of my personal and my Life Changers personal team. So let's just say I have 14 on my team, which we saw that. So all 14 of my pots of in different lineages in different parts of the world, or all their orders are going to be per week. Now, I'm also able to filter this by the week and on left and right. So I'm able to identify what is my power leg. So I'm able to see, right is going to be my power leg because I only have one order. So left, the order will pop up, and then that will be able to identify what actually is my power leg. Now, the one thing you're going to want to do, let's look and see if we can grab a couple other different orders. Maybe not. Okay, there's another order. So what I would recommend is every single week, I would start on probably Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday, and you need to start looking at your orders. You need to start identifying who is new. And how I personally do it is look, let's just take, for instance, 410. I'm going to go back to 3.6 to 3.12, and I'm going to see, I really want to see, is there anybody new or are these repeat orders? So I'll be able to sort by that, but also I'm able to sort by my power and my pay leg. So that's how you're able to see this. Now, I'm going to tell you a pretty cool story. That's how I was able to find a group, two different completely separate groups, but come to find out they were united. And it's because I could not pronounce any of their names. And I started looking through and I thought, wow, this is really interesting. They're starting to order on this week, every single week for the past 2 months. Let me see if I go back. Yep, the month before, the month before, the month before. So before you know it, I had this group developing, and I was able to find them through my downline orders. And if you want some more training on that, it's best that maybe I can see if I can get this kind of updated a little bit more with some more orders, so that way I'm able to show you. But I think you get the gist of it. So downline smart ships, very important, because this is kind of how you're going to be able to gauge a little bit. Now, here's your sponsor in this binary. how you will be able to identify kind of, these are the dates that my smart ships are coming out. So let's just say I had 20 coming out the week of the 6th. Then I can kind of tell, wow, this is unbelievable. Let's look at Sandra. Sandra's doing some amazing things. So let's look to see what her orders have been. And let's just pretend that she just, every single on the 7th, and then it looks like on the 27th, that looks like that's probably a sample. 7th again, so another 40 volume, and on 2/6, she ordered a 120. She ordered 3 products, it appears, and probably her business builder kit. So you're able to kind of pretty much figure out what's going on here. And also what I would do if she was your personal sponsor, I would reach out to her. If you personally sponsored her, reach out to her and ask her what her favorite product was so far, because it looks like she's already tried 4. Hopefully there were different ones. So that's another source where you can do a touch point. Downline first time ranks. It's very important because you're able to also filter by the weeks and find out who is new in your team, and you are able to actually personally send another touch point, an email, find them on Facebook. Now, I will tell you, social media is amazing to find team members that you do not have their information. So that is another way that I personally reach out and I say, hello, welcome to the team, congratulations, we're so excited for you, because that's very genuine. I'm so excited when I see a new life changer join the team, and make sure that you give them praise and congratulations and welcome. Downline ranks, you're able to sort by the rank. It's already sorted here. You can filter it by your levels. 1st through 5, definitely the first level will be your personal, and then 6 through 10. And then you've got your 11th level and above. But that's actually, this is a pretty cool tool too. So right here, you'll be able to see what rank your team members are. So a lot of us have many different ranks down here. Since this is a new account, you're only able to see 2, but that's pretty cool as well. So that means that there's 14 team members on here. So that's how you're able to tell how many team life changers are in your immediate team. Add up all of your numbers right here. And then there you go. Then that's how you're able to identify that. Let's see your current week performance. Okay, it'll display what percentage they need in order to get to the next rank. Now, some of it is very accurate. I will be a little transparent. Some of it has to catch up. So normally give it a day or 2, and then it will catch up to the percentages that it needs. But you're also able to see the health of your team, and having, an apprentice, an associate, move on to, director, and so on and so forth. This is a healthy gauge of where your team is at. Your rank advancement. Let's see, this is what I'm qualified as, is an associate. And then you can see all the different levels, and then it will state it accordingly. Your quick reports, this is a great quick report tool, is you're able to run every single one of these reports. Now these are a lot of reports, so I advise you to just take some time and just go through every single one of them. I'll just click downline. Now I'm able to sort by binary or by my personal enroller sponsor, and I'm able to sort by all the different categories. I'm able to tell how many associates I have, affiliate, let's just take for instance affiliate. So these are all my affiliates. Okay, so let's scroll over. Remember, combine, close up the columns so you're able to get them on one. And sometimes you're not able to, but a lot of times you can. So I have a little bit left to go, but I think you can get the gist. So these are my affiliates on this team, and I'm able to see how each one of them is doing. So let's see how Sandra's doing. Sandra's active, she's on SmartShip. We just need to give Sandra some extra love. Let's see what we can do to help her get binary. And let's look at her activity. Okay. Her next rank. Well, we got to help Miss Sandra. We got to get binary qualified, and then she opens up, and then here's her orders. She's done good. So Sandra has pretty much stayed on cue as to on 4/7. So it looks like the 7th of every month is her target. So you will see that in another report that will show all of your SmartShips for your team, the health of your team. Now, let's go to, this is a very important, recent activity list. That's good as well. That is also on the front when you click on this button right here, Life Changer Portal. Enroller sponsor tree. These are all of the life changers that you've brought in. Now right down here is a scroller bar. Now remember what we talked about in the very beginning. We want to see the purple asterisk and also the arrow, the curved arrow, because that means that they are on SmartShip right here. And this also shows the health of your team. You like to see a rainbow of colors, because when you see the rainbow of colors, that means growth. So we've got some black, we've got some green. So this is good. We're just starting off. This is beautiful. And then I'm this beautiful little teal color. All right, so let's scroll back. All right. We've done the binary tree viewer. Okay. This is my binary tree. Now you see how I'm building. I always want to build on the outside. Now, once again, this is just Nicole just talking. This person I would have brought to the outer, but for training purposes, we wanted you to see what it looks like when we start building out. So for instance, just pretend we don't have this red heart right here. So Sandra and Test, it doesn't have a red heart, but right here, it looks beautiful. So if we click on that, we can see, oh, what do we have? We have Sandra Doe's on SmartShip. All right, Sandra, you're in the program. All right, and I'm also gonna show you a nice little trick. So click on this, plus this is going to give your link for enrollment. Let's just say that you are speaking with Bobby Sue. Bobby Sue says, you know what, Nicole, I love what I am hearing from you and I want to join your tribe. Fantastic. I'm going to immediately send you a link. So guess what? I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste this and I'm going to send this to her. And right where I have decided, this is where she's going to be placed, or she's going to go into my holding tank. But if I know exactly I want her right here, that's what I'm going to do, is give her that spot. And I'll even show her and say, guess what, Bobby Sue, this is where you're going. So depending on how close we are. All right, let's scroll down. I think we've done my team report. All right, this is another report. This is your personal. And you can go by week. You're able to sort by your retail orders. So that's a pretty cool idea. Now right here, a lot of different reports that you're able to pull. Volumes. This is a great one. This shows you the health of your business, because now once again, let's bring these columns over. See if we can do that. Okay, well, no, it's not going to matter. Okay, so let's scroll over. This is what's going to show. You want to see binary qualified, yes. Because if you see a no, what's going to happen? That means you're going to lose your carryover. You don't want to lose your carryover, and you need to make sure that you are completely active because you don't want to lose your carryover, okay? That's very important. Our company allows for one oops, and then they will help you, but after that, they're not able to. So these little asterisk marks meaning that we are currently on we will be closing this week out, and this week is, these 2 weeks are still in the process of making sure all the numbers shake out. Another part is, this is where your carryover is. So carryover means this is going to be your power leg. This is going to be the volume in your power leg. Now your upline can go into more detail, your team members, on what carryover really does mean, but it's a beautiful thing because you will never lose your volume. Our company still gives you all the hard work and all the volume that you've done for your pay and your power leg. You don't use that. And let's just say that your legs do flip. You're able to tap in to the money, to the volume that you've already generated. So you will get paid on the leg that flipped. So if it's 600 and 500, we're going to pull 100 from the carryover, bring it to 600 and pay you on the 600. So you will never lose out. So that's a beautiful thing that we have. Now, commissions. These are the current commissions that I'm entitled to. So I can sort by week. That was a great week. I can sort by current. Now remember, we're 2 weeks. So this is the week that I will have received commissions. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It'll be more like this. So this is where I'm saying that if you're able to really strongly think about it, if you're building overseas or before your team members officially get their Visa debit card, tell them to place their commissions on points, because it will pull the points first before they take any of the additional amount needed from their credit card. It just makes things so much easier, and then you never have to worry about your team not being active or not being binary qualified because their credit card did not work. This is your daily commissions, because remember, I opted for daily pay. So this is strictly for my retail bonuses, my retail orders, okay? Now let's scroll over here. And this is gonna show you that that was my pay date. That's what I just received that in my Hyper wallet. Point account, these are my points. These are the points that were paid out. These were adjusted. These were on the 27th. There was a payment of 70 that went out. Now, if I want to transfer points, let's just say that my team is doing absolutely amazing. Now, once again, this is just Nicole talking. I love to reward my team with points, because points keep your money in-house, but it also helps your team build their business. So they're able to also share. So I have 10 points available. I'm going to search my downline. I'm going to see if John Doe, or what is it? Jane Doe. Do I have a Jane Doe? No. But let's just say I had a Jane Doe. I would click on Jane Doe, and then I would transfer them out, and then it's immediately, there it is. Transfers are processed immediately, and the recipient should see the changes in their account immediately. And that is 100% accurate. Now that we've gone through the tab of my business, let's go over here. Let's go to enrollment. Now, hopefully this works, and it does, yay. Okay, so I wanna show you guys a fun little trick. Now, this is where you're going to send your team, because remember, retail.totallifechanges.com/johndoe/enrollment. This is where you're going to send, that link is going to be sent out. Now, if somebody says, you know what, I just wanna look at your products Can you just send me a link to your products? Great. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take this enrollment out, and we're going to type in products. So guess what? Now your team can see the products. Let's just take Germany, for instance. There we go. These are the products that Germany is able to get. So my lady, Miss Donna, says, I'd like to have the Sip, Soothe, and Strengthen kit. Well, guess what? She's in luck because it's available. And then remember, this is what I said, why it's so important to update that avatar, because this is what she's going to see when she receives your link. Remember, something beautiful, your face, your brand, a picture of anything that signifies who you are, because this is a professional website and this is your website. So remember, all of this information is only going to be as good as the information that you put into the system. So make sure that this information is correct. All right, so let's go back. Now shop, we already know what shop is. So these are all the products that are in our back office. Now I want to scroll down and I want to show you, look at all these countries that we ship to. So before you tell anybody, well, I'm not really sure, look in your back office, and then we ship to 150 countries. So I'm sure that we ship to where they're at, but just before you say no, just double check and make sure. Or you can always send a message to totallifechanges.com. This is going to be great. This is your help center. Ask them any question in here, and if you don't, then guess what you need to do? You need to scroll down, you need to click support, and then you need to type in your question there and send it there or at info@totallifechanges.com. Okay? Smart Ship, this is going to be one of the most beautiful things. If you can get your team to really get into the habit of any new life changer that comes on board, you want to set them up for success. So they need to create their Smart Ship. Smart Ship is you set it and you never have to worry about it again. All right? So once you've identified the product that they want, make sure that every day that they understand, every single month on the same day, their Smart Ship will be taken out. So there's no mystery. Now, remember, these are all the countries that have Smart Ship in their back office. You add your product, you go down, you make sure that all the credit, the credit card is correct, everything is good to go, and then guess what? You're done, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. TLC Pay is Hyperwallet. Custom Print is pretty awesome, because what this will do, you're allowed to customize your backdrops, your what do they have? Your business cards, any of your tools that you need, mailing labels, pop-up banners, window decals, it's all right here. You can do that, or you can actually go whenever we, have the upcoming events. They will always have this merchandise. A lot of this merchandise is there for you to purchase on site. So let's finish this, and I want to thank you all so much for spending time with me. I hope that you've learned a lot. We will be doing another training, and I hope to get some feedback on what you need in order to just take your business to another level. So there's 3 more different reports that we have asked to be included. So hopefully when that does come out, I will be able to do training on that as well. But please give me your feedback. And if there's something more you want me to go a little bit more in depth to, let me know. I'll be happy to help you. Have an amazing day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.